Hey everyone, this is Skate 3. This will be my commentary on what I've recorded in the last few days, playing Skate 3, and then in about 7 minutes I'll show you what I've been playing on the new skateboarding game called Sessions, which I'm really excited to play the full game. There was only a 2-hour timed demo, which came out about 2 days ago, so today's the 17th of June, tomorrow will be the 18th. I believe Sessions, the full game, will be out either midnight tonight or early tomorrow. This video is to compare Skate 3 and Sessions. Skate 3, in my opinion, is the best skateboarding game that is on offer currently. So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, that came out in 1999, that was amazing, and it still is. But it's an arcade-style skateboarding game, whereas Skate, the Skate series, is a skateboarding simulator. So games that came around about at the same time as Tony Hawk were like Street Skater, Grind Session, Thrasher, Skate and Destroy. So Thrasher was a skateboarding simulator as well, and the learning difficulty was vast, was huge, was high, just like Skate. Whereas Tony Hawk, the learning difficulty, it really wasn't that difficult to learn the moves. Getting 50,000 point grind, sure, was a challenge, but as far as pulling off different moves, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was pretty simple. Whereas Skate, you use the right analog stick to hold it down, and you tap it up to ollie. Right, that was pretty innovative for its time, and still is. So Skate came out in 2008, then Skate 2 came out in 2010, and Skate 3, this one, came out in 2013. So, and it's amazing. It's been 7 years, but there still hasn't been a game that's been this impactful as far as skating games goes. And you can see, as far as what I'm doing with the skating on the reservoir, it's pretty realistic. You won't really see that style in Tony Hawk, all the fluidness, the smooth transitions and movements. But what I played of Sessions, the learning difficulty was probably tenfold. So you'll soon see that. But I wanted to show you, like Skate 3, how the physics work with the game. It's not even about graphics, in my opinion. It's more about the gameplay. And being a skater myself for 30 odd years, I appreciate how much work went into this. As far as moves, as far as, like, okay, for instance, when you do a no comply or a step off shove it, you have to put in the input of pressing square, and that's to push off, and then you instantly ollie, do the actions of ollie, so down up on the right analog, and then you do a step off shove it or a no comply. So that's pretty cool, as opposed to Tony Hawk, where it's built into doing a special move like left, right, triangle, or up, down, circle, right? So, and the fact that it's not even the fact that you can get off your board. Like Skate 1, you couldn't get off your board, but it was still amazing. It was like the first driver game. You couldn't get out of your car, but it didn't take away the element of what you're doing. So yeah, it's really impressive. Skate is really impressive. I will say that. Well, I just did. Yeah, so and the fact that unlike Tony Hawk, and I'm not shitting on Tony Hawk because Tony Hawk is amazing. He really is the godfather of skateboarding games. So that was a Dark Slide. That was great. I think Dark Slides came out in Skate 2, but it was pretty well defined in Skate 3. Maybe it was Skate 3 came out, I can't remember. Yeah. Right. I was just waiting until I finished Skate 3. So now we're going to be playing some Sessions. Now Sessions, as I said, it's coming out, I believe, tomorrow, which should be the 18th of June. And It blew my mind. It really did. I played it for 2 hours. There was a 2-hour timed demo, and I was sad when I couldn't play it anymore. I only got to play one level. But I believe the team that worked on this has been working on it for at least the last year, because I saw screenshots, I saw mini gameplay a while ago, and yeah, finally got a crack of it about 2 days ago of the demo, and it's really cool. I don't do many audio commentaries, so pardon my naivety, but it's fun. And by the way, the music that's picked for this game, it's really quite bad. To be honest, yeah, it's. I don't know if skateboarders listen to this shit these days, but it's horrible. Lots of swearing in it too, really profound language in it. So, yeah, I'm not a fan, but you know, it's subjective. It's music. So you got your guy sitting down, and he gets on his board, and the game starts. So it goes into a bit of a tutorial. It doesn't really hold your hand as much as Coach Franks did from Skate 3. So it gives you a little taster of what to do, how to move. So unlike Skate 3, where you use the left analog to move your board, move your body, move about in the world, with Sessions, you've got to use the left and right triggers for the Xbox One controller. Oh, by the way, so Sessions is only out on Xbox One and PC, not out on PS4 or any other platforms yet. Who knows what the future holds. So I'm literally buying an Xbox One, I think on Friday, so I can play this damn game. So yeah, it gives you a little tutorial which says do this, do that. So unlike Skate 3, or the Skate series, where you use the right analog to hold down and then tap up to do an ollie, and use the left analog for movement. In the Sessions, you use, depending if you're regular or Mongo, if you're regular, you use the right analog as your right foot and your left analog as your left foot, so front and back. So if you want to ollie or do any trick, you hold down with the right analog and then you tap up with the left analog to do an ollie. So yeah, the learning difficulty is huge, and it was quite daunting, but nothing stopped me from wanting to keep playing, even though it was quite terrifying, especially when you are heading towards a rail or a ledge, and you're trying to center yourself, but you accidentally hold the left analog and it doesn't do anything. because you got to use the right and left trigger buttons. So here I go for my first grind, and broke my back. I tried again, and broke my back again. 2 spines. So what you got to do is you got to ollie up and then instantly press down on the right analog, so your back foot, so you land the grind. You nail it. You catch it. What do you call it? I don't know the name for it. and that would have been a perfect crooked grind or a nose grind. But for some reason, that was perfect. But for some reason, even when you nail a move, because this is the demo and it's a bit clippy and glitchy, it will just kick you off, right? So that was a definite glitch, 100%. Because it wasn't a smooth animation. So it really took me. It's taken me a while to get used to it, to understand, and to be quick enough to realize, yep, okay, so I'm regular. So the left analog stick, I've got to hold that down to do a nollie, or hold it up, I should say. And learning, just how everything works. It's just. I'm not even going to say it's hard. It's really challenging. I don't like to use the word hard because it invokes the thought of impossibility. Nothing's impossible. Trump's president, so, whatevs. So here's me trying to figure out how to do kick flips or varial flips or shove-its even. I don't even think I pulled off a shove-it. I couldn't remember. I didn't practice it enough or understand it enough to figure out how to do the shove-it. You probably have to scoop it like a real shove-it, like down and then to the left or down to the right to do a front side. So you can see there with the ollies, I didn't either hold it down long enough, or I didn't flip it up. I didn't pop it hard enough to get enough height. So you can see that. So because I'm holding my back foot, so the right analog, kind of down, right diagonal down and left, it's like he's jumping to the left, which is new. You can't do that in skate. To do that, you have to use the movement like after you flip it. But this is kind of a big build-up. Like Thrasher Skate and Destroy, they came out in like 2000, I believe, and that really was, to my knowledge, the first skate simulator. Learning difficulty again was high, but with Thrasher Skate and Destroy, you have a lot of build-up of moves, so that before you even do the move, you're building up for it. And it was difficult, it really was. But at this point, I'm like, okay, so you just ollie, you can ollie on up curbs, you can kick flip, and it's just getting the understanding, getting the reflex ready. What was that, a laser flip? That was cool. Yeah, not gonna stop. So I'm hoping, well, you'd think that the real game will have less clipping, less bugs. So the ragdoll physics are amazing. The cess slides are really cool. Haven't figured out. Cool. So I think I grinded on my wheel just then. so that animation, that build up, it looks like I'm going for a 360 flip, but I didn't perfect. I didn't understand how that works yet. But I'm sure I will. So I definitely want to buy an Xbox One, probably in 2 days' time, because this is only available on Xbox One and PC. So same with the clipping. So with skate, all the skate games, even if you hit a curb just like I did then, you're not going to fall off. You're going to hit it and then roll backwards. It is realistic in a sense, depending on how fast you're going. In the real world, when you're skating, you hit a curb at a little speed. You're not gonna, as long as your balance is fine, you're really not gonna fall off. Whereas this is just instantly you're falling off. So I'm going back and forth, trying to understand the movement, trying to kick flip and heel flip and get it right, and just feel confident. What was that? Was that a laser flip? That was cool. Feel confident and feel like with skate, like you saw me playing skate at the start of this video, and I understand it perfectly. Not that I'm an expert, but I know that game really, really well. I know how to tail slide, nose slide, blunt slide, because I got it. I've been practicing. I'm obsessed with the game. But mostly it's because I understand it. So that was a nose slide, and I think that was an accident. But eventually I figure out the technique of it. I figured that was cool. We have figured out, I did figure out how to board slide, and that was a weird technique, right? So get this. So, yeah, like that. So, just like that, do it like that. So, say if you're regular, you use the right analog stick to hold down, you tap the left analog stick up to ollie, and then once you're in the air, that was sick. Once you're in the air, you hold down on both the analog sticks, and you go into a board slide animation, where the board goes, or the whole, you and the board go sideways. So, but if you hold up on both analogs, then you turn right, so you're turning to like the backside's board slide. So it's whoa, what was that? So yeah, it's such a strange, and it feels really alien. Even though it's so similar to skate, which again I'm obsessed with and I'm a bit of a master at, it's probably about 10 steps higher of learning difficulty. So that was a perfect board slide, because I'm slowly getting to understand how to do it. Yeah. Like English, I'm trying to figure out how that works. Whoa, cool. Hey, that was like sure it was some sort of nose slide with maybe a possible early grind. So the camera angle, we'll talk about the camera angle. So, and everything I'm talking about has to be related back to skate, because that's the closest thing to what this game is. So in skate, with the camera, you can go into the options and make it go into high camera or low camera. So this is obviously on low camera because the camera is positioned very low. You can't even see the character's head. We purposely didn't go into the options, check the move list or any of the settings, because we wanted to play it as the default, right? Well, so that was cool. So the fact that the character fell off and then clipped the board, and the board like chaotically flipped away, that wasn't present in skate. Sure, you could hit the board and it goes off, but definitely not that chaotic. Well, and another thing about the terrain, well, the first thing I'll talk about the terrain is the difference in sound. So whatever terrain you're on, it'll sound pretty similar to the actual terrain in the real world, right? See, I nailed that trick, but for some reason it kicked me off. It said, nah. So there's a nollie. Oh, cool. Yeah. The session markers are good too. So you hold down to place. No, you hold up on the D-pad to place a session marker, and then you hold down to go back to that session marker. So if you, yeah, wicked. See, it looks so cool, doesn't it? It really does. I mean, I say I'm oh, that test slide's sick. I say I'm a master at Skate 3, but I don't think I even finished the last mission of the story mode of Skate 3. There was some bullshit score I had to get, and I just didn't do it. So there I go. I'm just pretty confident getting ollieing up that curb. I'm just learning that you can do it pretty quick, and you don't really need to hold it down for too long to get height up a gutter, but you've got to at least like you've got to flick it pretty prominently. So yeah, I didn't ollie off. I fell off. Yeah, so as long as you understand it, and it's a matter of doing, really. So now I'm practicing, I think, a manual to kickflip. I'm learning, well, ollie to manual. Yeah, that's cool. Ollie, manual, kickflip. So I want to find some cool manual pads, so I can ollie up, manual, kickflip off, do whatever trick. I don't even think all the moves have been unlocked in this demo. I know that the first skate demo, not all the moves were unlocked. I'm sure of it. You know what? I could be wrong. I just don't remember all the moves being unlocked. But maybe I'm having a Mandela effect, and maybe we just didn't know the tricks, but they were already there. Who knows? Only the past can tell us. I'm a plant. Cool, so this is where I practice my double stairs, and it looked like I did an ollie north, or ollie 1 foot of that, but I don't think I did. It's cool, heel flip, heel flip. Yeah, the session markers are great, as with the skate series. If you want to practice your runs, practice whatever location you're on. If you want to do a big 10 foot, you don't want to have to get off your board and run back up the stairs each time. You can just spawn there. And I think I'm soon about to do the 180 ollie with the wind up. Oh, that was cool. So I think that was a shove it I first did, and that was a varial flip. But I learned that if you go to ollie, oh, broke my back there. If you go to ollie and you want to do like a 180, you hold down on the, when you're holding down on the right analog stick on your back foot, and then you press the right trigger button, you wind up. Oh, that was cool. Ollie to manual to kickflip off. Yeah, you can do a wind up. I think it's coming up now. Nope, next one. Yeah, it is quite daunting. Here we go. Yeah, wind up. See the wind up? So I didn't do it because I freaked out. I didn't know what was going on. You can see the wind up here, and that's sick. So the animation and the fluidness of the move. So here I don't do it, but that's just me holding the right trigger when I'm going down. I think I'll wind up again and use the right trigger again. Yeah, that's so cool, because yeah, you're prepared for that particular move. But when you don't wind up, just like that one, it still looks great, but not as planned, I should say. Oh, that was sick. That was a Smith grind. That was so cool. Just praising the tricks I've done. So even though that was great, so even though I had ollied up to that curb, since I hadn't pressed, I think, down on my back foot on the right analog stick, I hadn't landed that grind. It hadn't. It has to process whatever moves you're doing. So you can't just go, yeah, you've got to nail it, you've got to land it. That's sick. So the mission I was trying to do now was to push off, go real fast, ollie up to the ledge, and then get over that gap. So Tony Hawk. Or Rodney Mullen or Day One Song. Legends. But I don't think you can get enough speed on this default setting. Maybe you need to get to like easy mode, and that will make you go faster and more intense and higher. So you know what, you probably could if I went faster, or I grinded later, so I had enough oomph to get up there. Crooked grind, sick. Oh. Yeah, so this is a fun little spot to do this. It's probably normal with everyone, but with new games, oh, that was excellent. With new games, it's great to have an idea of, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? What can I do? What can't I do? So that was cool. So I think that was either a glitch or maybe you could do that, but we don't know what we did. It's like we slid across the marble bench. Oh, that was perfect 50-50 grind. Oh no, you'd have shins. Need some shin pads. Whoop. Probably too early. I don't know what that movie's called. It's not a Feeble, is it? No, Feeble's the other one. I don't know, there's so many skateboarding move names that differ depending on where you are in the world, or which group you're with, or like I've got a move that I didn't create, but I did it before I saw anyone else do it, and I called it the Wook Flip. My nickname's Wookie, so I call it the Wook Flip. Turns out it's called a primo flip or a rail flip, where the board's on rails on primo, and you flip the back tail like a 360 and jump and you land. So yeah. So I called that a Wook Flip because I didn't know what it was called. So yeah, it turns out it does have a name. So it's same as Ollie North or Ollie One Foot. It's the same move, but it's called different things. So yeah, I was really pushing to get this gap. I really wanted to get as fast as I could and at least do some grind edge, and then jump over the gap and grind again, but it just wasn't happening for me. Whether I wasn't going fast enough, whether it wasn't precise enough. I'm sure it's possible. I was also trying to figure out how to do tail slides and perfect that. I've got a few nose slides, backslide, tail slide. Yeah. And it turns out you can catch kickflips too, so a lot of the... Oh, that's... wicked. That was an accident. Yeah, you can catch kickflips and all the flips you can do. So when you do a kickflip, if you're holding like the left analog stick when you do your kickflip, you hold it for long enough, you do like a triple kickflip or a double kickflip. But if you quickly tap the opposite direction, say right, then you catch it. You catch it in the air, just like you do in the real world. So I found this new spot, and it looks like never been to the US or New Jersey. It looks like Burbank, New Jersey. I could be completely wrong. Who knows? But I remember a level in, maybe it was Thrasher Skate and Destroy, or one of the skateboarding games I played over the last 20 odd years. It just reminds me of that. So what did I find here? Well, I wanted to roll in, and I wanted to find a park bench to grind up and air out of. But it proved quite difficult. Mostly because of this camera angle. Ouch. And I don't know if there's replays on this game. I don't know much about it. Again, like I get the full game hopefully on Friday when I get my Xbox One. So I'll probably do another video of the full game and say, hey, this is fixed, this is fixed. This is how you do this and this and this. Because it's sick. Every skateboarding game, apart from Tony Hawk, after the Skate series came out, I played from day one and played forever because they're amazing. You know, Skate 3, it's been out for 7 years, but I still play it, I still own it. Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's not. I've never been bored of Skate 3, even though it's only got 3 maps, and there are fan maps that people make, like custom maps, but it's not a boring game, because maybe it's because I'm a skater, so I love skating so much that it's always interesting. Maybe specifically because the physics make it so that every time you do a trick, it seems different. It's not linear. 100% not linear. Whee! So yeah, as I was saying about the terrain, the sounds of the terrain. Tree, bang. The terrain sounds. So when I'm skating on this these bricks, it sounds like I'd be skating on bricks, right? And that really adds to the immersion that you're really there, as opposed to it sounding like you're on fucking grass, or I don't know, something that's not brick. There's a rail. Yeah. Little secret area. It's like a secret, really. Yeah, so the banks up there are really cool, but yeah, learning, it was quite discombobulating trying to figure out how to turn, or how to get it in my head, up and down. Trying to just get it through my head that you turn by the triggers, not the analog sticks. and that, I think that was the hardest, that is the hardest transition with this game, just getting to know that, to understand that, and just making it a second nature, like an instinct to use the triggers. The scenery, the city is really cool. It doesn't seem like it's things are put there like rails or ramps because of the skateboarding game. It feels like it's a real breathing world, yeah. Which is great. Again, it adds to the immersion. It's like, hey, cool, I'm in this place, and bonus, I've got my skateboard. Where am I going to skate? So it makes it really creative. Oh, wicked. Kickflip to 50-50. That was sick. That's right, this is at the point where we found a rogue rail. Not that rogue, really. It's a rail, it's a short rail that we wanted to test. Let's see if I can do some more grinds, slides. That was sick. 50-50 to kickflip off. Yeah, and it just looks so smooth. And again, I'm not painting any other skateboarding game in bad light. Not even this one. But it's a different game. It's a different, even though it's very similar to Skate, it is a different game to Skate. The style is completely different. There was actually an arcade coin-operated game called Top Skater back in, 98, 99. I played it at my local arcade, and that was awesome. If you just think about like a skating game that's on rails, in essence, it was very fast. It was like, I don't know, I'm trying to remember what it was like. You physically stood on a skateboard, like a peripheral. Look at this, I'm stuck. And this is a cool aspect as well, because unlike Skate series, if you go on a rail for maybe 2 seconds, it'll just kick you out. With this one, I physically had to do a move to try and get off, to get off it. So just like the real world, if you're on a rail, if you lose your momentum, you're still on there, what are you gonna do? You gotta, oh, that was sick. It was like a pressure flip to tail slide. Yeah, you physically got to get off the rail. Yeah, it's the only way to get off it. You're not just randomly going to slide off it. You have to put in the effort and work yourself to get off it. Oh, that was awesome. That was sick. So we know that's possible, but again, it's just wicked. 180 to nose grind. Yeah, but it's like half the moves I've done in this is just pure fluke, really. So, and that's why if I do it, I want to try it again, and that was sick. And I want to understand it and go, yep, that's how I did it. I know how to do it. Yeah. And look, it did take me quite a while to understand with the Skate series. It really did. The learning difficulty was huge. But this, yeah, it feels tenfold comparatively. Wow. Yeah, so there is a lot of clipping, a lot of issues with the game, but I don't like to use the term it's got potential because, Jesus, it's amazing already. It's surpassed fucking potential. It's astonishing. Whoever's made it, they've really got a passion for skateboarding, video games, for teaching people about, yeah, because it's a simulator, like Farm Simulator or fucking, Sim City. So yeah, okay, so this was my showcasing of, firstly, Skate 3, comparing the greatest skateboarding game ever made to Sessions, a game that's coming out in a few days' time. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and yeah, keep it up, dudes.